all that's been thrown at us. You know, it's been exciting at the same time, though, knowing the opportunity that we have to be at such a great place, and the opportunity we have to be back in this league. You know, it's an exciting time, challenging time, of course, but it'll slow down hopefully sooner than later.
What do you remember about living in New Orleans? How many years have you lived in New Orleans?
We lived in New Orleans or Kenner 5 years total, but the 5th year was my freshman year at Ole Miss. And that year, I'll never forget, my mother and little sister drove up to every single home game, 5 hours there and back, and would often drive back to New Orleans or Kenner at the time directly after the game. And so we talk about committed parents and siblings as well. You know, my little 4 or 5-year-old sister. That was a fun time, but. New Orleans will always hold a special place for me and the rest of my family. It's a great place, great people. Still have close friendships there, and I still remain close with my high school coach, Chris Jennings.
Was there any hesitation to replace somebody like Billy Dobbin, or did you feel like this is a guy I've watched for years and I love the way he plays, and he, you know, his style is kind of like my style. I kind of like it. This would fit.
You know, I guess all you can do is, again, is embrace the opportunity to follow a guy of his stature. You know, one of the best coaches in our game. He's made Florida a really good job, and we're excited to follow him. It's a big opportunity. It's a great job for a lot of reasons. Billy Donovan probably being the biggest reason.
How different, Michael, is it just everything being so much bigger, I guess, media demands, or is it that much bigger? I mean, how do you handle that by going from Louisiana Tech to Florida?
I think there are a lot of similarities, really. Conference USA was a good league with really good coaches, good players, probably more media attention and demands, like you said, Parrish, but I've been around it, at least to a certain extent, and I had a chance to watch up and close guys like Andy Kennedy go through it, and probably be, you know, there'll be a process in terms of just understanding everything that's thrown at you, but at some point it'll be about that ball going in the basket. It'll be about practice planning and preparing for games. That's what I'm most excited for.
Now, your name was mentioned with so many jobs for a couple of years there. When you reach a situation like that at a mid-major, is it hard to keep a foot on the ground and coach where you are and know that you're being discussed like that so much?
It honestly wasn't for me, because we were really comfortable where we were, and that's why we were able to pass on a couple opportunities, and we were honored, my wife and I and my staff, to just be mentioned with other institutions that are really promising places and opportunities to work with great people. But it afforded us the opportunity to be really, really choosy, knowing how comfortable we were, how much we liked Ruston and the community, great people in Ruston, and great leadership in the administration with Tommy McClellan and Dr. Les Geis at Louisiana Tech, and we're proud of what we built. So this was one, though, that when it was offered, we jumped at immediately.
Were you happy with the athletics photographer at Louisiana Tech? My old boss.
Very, very,
good.
Great people, great people.
Was your last game at Ole Miss the Valpo game? Was that it?
Our last game at Ole Miss was Michigan State. Parrish probably has a better memory than I do. Getting knocked out. We beat Villanova in the first round with John Celestin, and then Michigan State knocked us out with Mateen Cleaves.
But you weren't in the game.
Yeah. Since you asked the second time, I have to go there.
You get tired of watching every year.
Yeah.
It's like,
I hate Bryce Drew, but I love him. He's a great guy.
Have you decided defense yet for that? I mean, went back as a coach, like, okay, how can I defend this better?
I've blocked it out of my memory. No.
Well, if you're not going to those places the first time, Michael, then you're already learning this media game.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
What would be the with the NCAA rule changes for basketball proposed? I guess how will that impact the way you guys or what you do with your system?
I don't think it'll impact us a lot, and that's self-servingly why I'm for a lot of these changes. I think it's for the most part, it's right up our alley. We're going to play fast. We're going to let it fly. We hadn't gotten too deep into the shot clock the last 4 years, and we plan on continuing to play that way.
Thanks.